Good day, future educators. I am Arian Gutierrez, your last presenter for today. My topic is about modern education period. These are the prominent men in modern period. First, Martin Luther. Martin Luther is a German religious reformer. Promoted universal education for boys and girls because during that time, school was limited for the sons of the wealthy. Luther believed that children should be educated to read independently so that they could have access to the Bible. Saint John Baptist de La Salle. He was born on April 30, 1651. He came from the rich family but looking at the poor people of their land. He left his family and gave his wealth to produce a learning center for the poor. He was acknowledged as the patron saint of the teachers because he was devoted himself to education of the poor. Johann Heinrich Pestalozzi was born on January 12, 1746. In his aim to psychologize education, he combined physical, moral, intellectual, and manual work. His major emphasis was on helping children to learn by experience and observation, rather than memorization and verbalizing. He wanted to provide them an education which would make them independent and able to improve their own lives. Friedrich Froben was born on April 21, 1782. A German educator who was founder of the kindergarten and one of the most influential educational reformers of the 19th century. His important contribution to educational theory was his belief in self-activity and play as essential factor in children education. Jean-Jacques Rousseau. His theory of education emphasized the importance of expression to produce well-balanced, free-thinking child. He believed that if children are allowed to develop naturally without constraint imposed to them by society, they will develop towards their fullest potential. Both educationally and morally, this natural development should be child-centered and focus on the needs and experiences of the child at each stage of development. He is known as the father of early childhood education. John Dewey. John Dewey was born on October 20, 1859. Dewey is one of the primary figures associated with the philosophy of pragmatism and is considered one of the fathers of functional psychology. Progressive education is essentially a view of education that emphasizes the need to learning by doing. Dewey believed that human beings learn through a hands-on approach. Pragmatists believe that reality must be experienced. Maria Montessori. Maria Montessori was born on August 31, 1870. An Italian physician and educator best known for the philosophy of education that birthed her name and her writing on scientific pedagogy. Children learn best by being given the opportunity to discover and learn by manipulating objects. Through hands-on scientific approach and observations, she found out disabled children develop exceptionally well. On the 6th of January, 1907, Maria Montessori started her first school, Casa dei Bambini, Italian for Children's House. For the children of the San Lorenzo district, she developed her methodology and created more teaching materials. John Amos Comenius. John Amos Comenius was born on March 28, 1592, considered as father of modern education. An innovator who first introduced pictorial textbooks, written in native language instead of Latin. His book, Orbis Pictus, was the first picture book for teaching children and remained a standard text in Europe. John Locke. John Locke was the father of English empiricism. Knowledge comes exclusively through experience. He said that the mind of the child is like a blank slate or tabula rasa, to be filled later with the data derived from sensory experience. Sir Francis Bacon. Sir Francis Bacon was the father of modern science. His works argued for the possibility of scientific knowledge based only upon the inductive reasoning and careful observation of events in nature. Before the Philippines attained complete independence in 1946, the country's education system was patterned on the system of Spain and United States countries, which colonized also governed the country for more than 300 years. However, after independence, the country's educational system has constantly undergone reform. Regarding all sorts of community life issues were passed from generation to generation, mostly through oral tradition. Some communities utilized a writing system known as baybayin, whose use was wide and varied. Though those are other syllabarized used throughout the archipelago. And that is the end of our discussion. Thank you.